Welcome to this exercise on the industry cost curve. Here we have information for 6 suppliers regarding the cost they have in producing a good and the capacity of how many units of this good they can supply to the market. In addition to this supplier information, we know that overall market demand amounts to 20,000 units and the market price is set at 18 euros. Our task then, determine the situation in the market, so how many market players will be there and how much will they each contribute to the market, and calculate the total profits of all of the companies active in the market. To realize this goal, I copy the table from the exercise, but I'm going to rearrange this. I'm going to order the suppliers with regard to costs in an increasing fashion. So starting with the supplier with the lowest costs and arranging them up to the supplier with the highest costs. Additionally, here I still have the capacity of each of the suppliers, and I'm using this to generate one more additional column where I calculate cumulated capacities. Cumulated capacities means the capacities of this particular suppliers and all of the suppliers listed before him. So in this situation, the 14,000 results from these 3 added up, or to make it easier, take the cumulative capacity from the supplier before and just add capacity of this supplier. So 9,000 plus 5,000, here 14 plus 2,000, here 16 plus 4,000. Then with this column and the costs column, I have everything required to calculate my figure representing the market situation, which will look like this. So on the x-axis, I'm going to make a vertical line for each of the cumulated capacities. So I start at 0, then I have 4,000, 9,000, 14,000, 16,000, 20,000 and 23,000. Those give the sides of the different boxes describing the supplier situation in the market. The height of these boxes is determined then by the costs for each of the suppliers. So supplier D's box has a height of 12, for A it's 13, 14, 15, 16 and 19. And well, if I would take the point in the middle of the top of each of the boxes and connect these points, I would get something like a market supply curve. Well, this much for the supply side. For the demand side, I make a vertical line as well, here describing the market demand, which in our case was 20,000. And I did an additional horizontal line which describes the market price, which in our situation was 18 euros. And then first off, I have to determine which of the suppliers actually becomes active in the market. Well, for this I take a look at the market demand, and only those suppliers become active which are, at least in part, are situated to the left of market demand. Well, this includes those 5 suppliers, and supplier C is clearly on the right side of the market demand curve. So he's too expensive and regarding the capacity not needed to actually, well, provide any additional inputs to the market. So C will not become active in the market, all the others will. And regarding the profits, well, this is what they earn, this is the costs they have, so the difference is the per unit costs. So this rectangle then would be per unit times quantity they supply, so this is the profit for the first supplier, for D. Respectively, this here is the total profits of A. Or in other words, the whole white area below the market price line is the profits of all the companies. We can also calculate this. Simply take market price minus the respective costs of each of the 5 active suppliers that's these values in the parentheses here, times the respective capacity they supply to the market. This gives us then a total profit of 83,000. And well, this then already concludes this exercise. So I say goodbye and see you next time.